Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reviewing the movie Little Girls in Pretty Boxes. This started out as a book and was made into a movie by Lifetime in the 90s. This book discusses the toxicity in the sport of gymnastics. This includes abusive coaches, neglected gymnasts, and the helicopter parents. The movie portrays an elite gymnast by the name of Katie, who moves to a new gym with her mother. This gym is supposed to be well-renowned, and although it does not provide a name, we can conclude that this could be a gym like Gage or the Caroli's Ranch. While at the gym, Katie begins to understand the term perfection. Her coach begins to become very critical, voicing his anger out on the gymnasts only when they fall on a skill. The first thing I'd like to discuss in the examination of the parents' perspectives. These parents are shown to be reserved at times, and then cocky at others. They put down athletes who are at their peak time, and they refuse to help those parents who are in need. Katie's mother falls as a victim in the environment by witnessing parents who live through their children's lives. And the first thing I like to show, Katie's mother confronts a gymnast named Dana, who illegally gives Katie prescription pain medications behind her back.
I found these in Katie's room. I didn't want to do this in front of your mother.
Oh, my mother doesn't mind. We get them from her doctor.
Oh, honey, you better run along. You're going to be late. Go on. Hon, let me give you some advice. If Katie's going to be a champion, she has to compete in pain. And I don't know how else you do it. I mean, Dana was just trying to help. I mean, maybe it was a mistake giving out prescription drugs with... She's sorry for that.
Let's get this straight. Katie doesn't take anything I don't know about.
Well, there's going to be a lot you don't know about. I mean, wait till she starts trying to watch her weight.
She's only 85 pounds.
And hitting puberty with boobs and hips. Judges don't like that.
Can't make that much difference.
Believe me, everything makes a difference when you're going for the gold.
It's easy to see that Dana's mother is a stage mom whose intention is only winning and not on children's health. Katie's mother is completely against giving her child medication. She states that it will just sit out practice until her daughter is recovered. Unfortunately, I had to show this scene to understand the parents' perspective from beginning to end. Katie's mother and her leave her father in their hometown so that he can financially afford to pay for the gym. As he visits Katie and his wife one holiday, the father notices that things have changed. Although Katie is sweet as ever, her and her mother now allow her to take pain medications and restrict eating.
Good night, Daddy.
Night, sweetheart.
Night, darling. I'll see you in the morning.
I was afraid something like this might happen. She's tired, she's weak, she didn't eat any dinner.
It was an accident, Peter.
How long she been drinking antacid cocktails?
You're overreacting. It's only been a few weeks. Her feet have been hurting and her shoulder. Makes it easier for her to sleep.
I don't like seeing my daughter becoming an aspirin junkie. The pain is telling her something, Allison. Maybe she should stop for a
She
while.
won't. I've asked her to. She thinks if she stops because she's in a little pain, Greg will wash his hands of her.
Oh, come on.
No, she's right. She has his attention now. She doesn't want to lose it.
Neither do you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I'm just wondering whose dream this really is. Yours or hers.
Oh, don't be trite. It's hers. I'm just here trying to make it come true.
Even if it means giving her an ulcer.
I'm her mother. I'm not gonna let her get into trouble. You should know that.
Parents can get sucked into this image that it is normal for athletes to sacrifice their health for the sport. It is not healthy, and it's something that awareness needs to change for the sport. Another thing the movie shows is the peer pressure that gymnasts face. And just like many gymnasts, they take large amounts of pain meds at the Caroli's. They also face body image negativity. In the movie, we see Katie struggle at one point with disordered eating, and this reminds me of the stories told by people like Christy Henrik's mother in the book. There's descriptive detail of how her daily meal behaviors would go. This is a triggering clip, and if you've ever suffered from an eating disorder, I encourage you to skip this video.
Katie, dinner.
Not hungry.
Yes, you are. Come on, it's all ready.
Hey, come on. She's not hungry.
Peter, you should see these workouts. She needs to eat.
I fixed something special in honor of today's performance.
Thanks, Mom. But I'm really not hungry.
Oh, I find that hard to believe.
Allison, if she doesn't want to eat, she doesn't want to eat.
You don't... I'll call you back after dinner.
I have to keep my weight down.
Oh, honey, don't be silly. You need your strength.
Don't you understand? If I lose another 3 pounds, that's another foot off the ground. A foot.
I don't care what it is. You can't starve yourself just because someone...
Fine. You want me to eat? I'll eat. I'll eat up every bite, but then I'm just gonna go into the bathroom and throw it all up. Is that what you want?
You have to eat.
Mom, I know what I'm doing.
This was a hard video to watch, because I could really feel the young gymnast's pain in that video. The pressure that the gymnasts have to face is immeasurable, and this is something that, although it has spread awareness of, many coaches still practice this verbally abusive behavior on weight. I truly hope that those who come forward of their struggle will help encourage others to seek help. Towards the end of the movie, we see Katie excel. Her level of difficulty is getting harder, and she is being invited into advanced meets. At an invitational, her teammate Dana is the center of attention. She is a hopeful for the Olympics and is finishing up her last event on vault. During her vault, she ends up missing her hands and slips on the vault table.
Go, Dana.
Come on, Dana.
It was a weak vault. You didn't execute. What happened?
No. I'm okay, I'll do it again.
And go harder. Dig deeper.
Greg, my back is really hurt.
It's not your business. Same vault.
Then when she nails this one.
Dana, keep your head still. Keep it still. Keep it still. Back off. Okay, breathe. Dana. Look at me. Look at me.
This clip was used in my very first video about Gage. I feel that this movie makes a lot of reference to the culture of Gage in the 80s and 90s. When I first saw this movie, I immediately envisioned Dana as Karen Turney and Katie as Jalissa Gomez. In this video I posted, Karen was a Gage girl who was forced to vault a Yurchenko and missed her hands. In the movie, Dana cracks her vertebra and the career is over. In the last video, we see the result of Katie's career based on Dana's injury. Katie's coach forces Katie to compete a harder Yurchenko vault, but she is scared to perform it, since it's the same one that Dana just got injured on. Just like Karen and Jalissa, Alfong forces Jalissa to compete a dangerous vault in Tokyo and neglected Jalissa's complaint that she wasn't ready to perform it. Just like Elena, Al Fong forced two of his gymnasts to perform the hardest skills that resulted in injury.
Do you know what your vault is worth under the new code of points?
What?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's not enough to compete against the Russians or the Romanians, no matter how well you do it. Now, your Chenko full is good. If you do it with a double, you'd have a shot at a medal. So we're going to work up to it, bit by bit.
Looks like Katie's gonna work on her Yurchenko.
You scared?
Yeah.
Because of Dana.
Yes.
We're going to warm up the vault. There's maybe a dozen girls in the world who compete this vault. You could be one of them in a few months' time. You just got to trust me, okay? Okay, let's go. We're going to start with fulls. Come on, let's go. We don't have all day. Powerful! Strong round off! What the hell was that? I don't want to ever see you bail out like that again!
Greg,
Shut up. Gymnastics is about staring down your fear. You can't stare it down, you can't survive at this level. I can teach you everything I know. You're the only one who can overcome that fear. I'm gonna go into my office for 10 minutes. I'm gonna come out and we'll see if you're ready to work.
Greg.
What? And no, I'm sorry. I picked you because I saw steel inside. Don't show me that I was wrong.
The movie ends with Katie's mother and father pulling her out of the gym and moving back to their hometown where she can have safe training practices. The ending is upsetting, but it's comforting because Katie's parents were able to separate their child from the toxic environment, even if it was a hard decision. I felt that overall this was a good movie for those who are not familiar with the toxic environment. It shows the psychology before elite and how the mind changes during elite under pressure. It's very upsetting when I research these gyms because they still practice these behaviors. It's been decades, but this is the reason why my channel exists. I want to spread awareness so that these behaviors eventually diminish, because it's not okay to preach body negativity. It's not okay to handle prescription medications to teammates, and it's definitely not okay to force gymnasts to risk their lives just to increase first starting value. Hopefully one day, things will change because of this channel.